What is good, internet? It is Spirit of Paradox here, and welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk about Wolverine the game that is being developed at Insomniac Games. So this game was revealed a good few years back, I think 2020, around them days there, and we haven't really gotten a lot of information about the game until recently. There was a big hack at Insomniac Games, which I will get to later in the video, but we did get to see more reveals for the game a few weeks back, and my apologies for not making a video then. I've been extremely busy. And I've got to say, from what I've seen of the trailer and the developers talking about the game, I am impressed with what I'm seeing, but I do have my concerns as well. But first, I want to talk about Wolverine himself in this game. As we see, he looks really good, and the claws look good, and him being covered in blood fighting enemies also looks good. We see that they are not going with Steve Blum, and we have a new actor who is going to be playing Wolverine in this game. Liam McIntyre will be voicing and playing Wolverine in this game, and I've got to say, I do like his delivery for Wolverine, though it is a little bit tame for me personally. I think he sounds a little bit more serious, a little bit more reserved in his delivery, but I definitely do like it, and plus we have got another Aussie playing Wolverine. So I can't wait to see what he's going to be like, but so far I am liking his delivery in the gameplay and the trailer so far. Then I want to talk about the suits in this game. So you guys know me, I want 4 particular suits that are going to be my most desired in this game. So let's talk about suits that I would like to see. First of all, the original Ultimate Wolverine suit from Earth 1610. I would really like to see the suit come into the game. It's my favorite Wolverine suit of all time, and I would really like to see those shader changes like they do with the suits in Marvel's Spider-Man 2. I would really like to see getting like the original Ultimate Wolverine suit in like black and gold or blue and gold or even black and red to give it that 6160 Wolverine kind of color tone. That would be great. Or even his first appearance suit. I don't really like this suit as much as the black and gold or the black and blue suits, but even Wolverine's first appearance suit in Earth 1610 or in the front cover of Ultimate X-Men issue number 1, yeah, I wouldn't mind that suit either, but not really on my list. The second suit I would really like to get in this game will be the new Ultimate Wolverine suit. I like the original version of it, not the current version that we have with the big white X and Wolverine having the beard poking out of the mask. I actually don't like that version, but I do like the version where he's got like the Sub-Zero mask and is black and red. Like, I like that version of the suit. So it would be really nice to get that, and it would be actually really nice if we get the option to take the cowl off of Wolverine and wear the suits as well, because I know some suits have masks and some don't. It would be really great to have the option to take the mask off with the suit. My third suit that I really would like in this game, and has actually become a recent favorite Wolverine variant of mine, and that would be of Age of Apocalypse Wolverine. There is actually 2 versions of this suit, so this is number 3, and the second version is number 4. So this suit, originally, I never liked, and I didn't actually read Age of Apocalypse all the way through until like last year, and realized like, damn, this is actually a really cool storyline. Even though I'm not a big fan of the character designs, this version of Wolverine has become a favorite, so I would really like to see this in the game, but I really do think that's most likely gonna happen anyway. Now, The second version of this Wolverine I would like is Apocalypse Wolverine, or Wolverine Apocalypse, or I don't know the official name for this Wolverine, but I would really like to get this version of Wolverine as a suit in the game. Also, Marvel Legends, can we get figures for all four of these versions of Wolverine? Actually, all five, including the first appearance Ultimate Wolverine. Can we please get Marvel Legends of these? Thank you, especially the Apocalypse Wolverine. This is fantastic and very underrated. But yes, can we please get a suit of this? It would be really great. So, now that I've spoken about my suits that I would like in the game, please tell me what you would like to wear in Wolverine the game next year. What particular suits would you like to see, and what suits do you think we're most likely going to see anyway? But then again, I must say though, does anybody notice that this new Wolverine in this game kind of gives off that old man Logan design with like the short greyish hair and the coat? Normally I remember Wolverine for having relatively like middle length hair, like not too short or not too long, but I do like my long haired Wolverines as well, don't get it twisted. But in this video game he's gonna have the shorter Wolverine trim. The gameplay in this looks really good in my opinion. I do need to see a little bit more because I remember seeing, well, the leak that happened at Insomniac Games, and it was a pre-alpha build of Wolverine the game, and people were playing it on their computers and uploading their footage to YouTube, which is really rude in my opinion. But yeah, I saw some of the gameplay in that, and the action didn't look all of that, but I know it was a pre-alpha build that's not gonna be in the final game, so that's why it's not really a complaint. But well, for what I see here, it does look good, but I want to know, how deep is the combo system going to be, or is this going to be like a traditional, kind of like a over-the-shoulder bar fighter kind of fighting style? That what we're gonna get here, or are we going to get like really cool executions like as we saw in the trailer? Wolverine could stab a guy in his chest, lift him up, and then tear him in two with his claws. Like that would be really cool to do. But so far I would say the gameplay looks pretty good in my opinion. All you really have to do is take inspiration from X-Men Origins Wolverine the game and just upgrade what was already there and come up with some new ideas on top of that, then you should be good. The Rogues Gallery is going to be really meaty in this game, especially with what we've seen in the current trailers that have been shown so far. We're going to be seeing characters like Mystique, Omega Red, the Ravagers, the Sentinels, and potentially even the Hulk. So I think this is going to be really great to see these characters, but I must say, I'm not a fan of Omega Red's design. Like, I don't know, it just looks a bit weird. And obviously, we got that voice actress, I don't know her name, but she played the black woman in Wolfenstein, the new Colossus, and I've never really liked that voice actress. She's going to be playing Mystique, and yeah, I find that voice actress very irritating. There's always a political lecture with her. But anywho, yeah, I'm quite excited to see who else we're going to be getting in this game, because we're going to Madripoor, we're going to Canada, and potentially even Japan. Are we going to be seeing Silver Samurai, or even a hint towards the character? But another thing I wanted to talk about as well, what kind of game are we going to be getting here? And what I mean by that is this going to be a linear kind of experience in the campaign where you go mission to mission, different country or different area to area? Or are we going to get small sandboxes, but nothing like a proper open world like we see in Insomniac Spider-Man games, or hell, Are we going to get something like that in Wolverine? I don't expect it personally. I expect more of a linear storytelling experience, but I wouldn't mind seeing like a small sandbox experience. I think that's something we most likely would get over a full open world. I think they would give us a small sandbox in different areas of the world for us to explore in, for us to get any collectibles, stuff like that, really. But I don't really think it will be a full open world game, and I don't think it really needs to be. But that also does make me ask a question. What about Wolverine's motorcycle? So, when Insomniac had dropped the new information of the game, we did get a brief snippet of Wolverine driving his bike and then jumping off of it and killing a bad guy. How much of an experience what is the experience in general are we going to have with that motorcycle? Are we going to be able to drive it to certain parts of maps, or is it simply going to be there for show of like in a cutscene, for example? It would be really great if we could use his motorcycle to explore different areas, but like I said, I don't think that's going to be something Insomniac really goes into. I think they're really trying to go all out in the experience of being Wolverine, motorcycle not really included. You know, it's about the violence, it's about the gameplay and the story. I don't think we're going to get a really big experience with the motorcycle, but if we do, then I'm all in it. I'm all for it. You know, it will be great to have, but I'm not expecting it. So I do have my concerns, well, more like 1 and 10% of a concern, is mainly Sweet Baby Inc. If you guys don't know who Sweet Baby Inc. is, it's a long fucking story. But they're basically a company that works with other game developers and helps them develop their games. But really, what they do is they basically leech off of other video game developers' work and basically insert their nonsense and their politics into the game, and nobody wants to buy them. But the thing is with Sweet Baby Inc. games, if you haven't heard as of late, basically none of them sell, and I don't want that to be the case with this game. I'm looking very forward to a Wolverine game, and I've wanted a Wolverine game for a long ass time. So I'm really hoping like their stink isn't on this game, but I think that would be a little bit naive to expect. Then there is my next concern. Well, it's more of a nitpick than a concern, but I'm not too sure how I feel about the new suit in this. So, like the blue and yellow suit that we see in the posters and that for this game, I'm not sure. The helmet looks a little bit big, and the suit looks a little bit big. Well, not big. The helmet looks big, but the actual vest area looks a little bit too tight, and it makes him look abnormally short. Like, you know, when you have somebody who wears clothes that are a little too big for them, and it makes them look shorter than they actually are? Is that, I think it's just me, but I kind of get that vibe with this new version of the suit, but I think that will probably change graphically a little bit by the time the game comes out. So it's not really a real concern. It's more of a nitpick for me personally. So I'm not really going to count that as a concern. But overall, I do like how the game looks though. So now I want to talk about that hack that Insomniac had a couple of years ago. And ever since that hack had happened, Insomniac went radio silent up until recently. So basically, somebody had went into Insomniac and got a lot of sensitive information, such as private information of developers that are working at that company. I mean, like addresses, social security numbers, stuff like that, which got leaked, and information like that should not be leaked. End of story. But these individuals basically got roadmaps to Insomniac's games into the 2030s, a pre-alpha build of Wolverine the game, hints of Spider-Man 3 and whatnot. I do want to talk about this, but I understand if people do not want to hear about this, so I would recommend skipping 2 minutes ahead if you don't want to know anything about the leaks. So skip 2 minutes ahead right now. You've got your chance to go do it. Go. Final warning. Okay, so basically, from the leaks, it seems we are going to be getting some Spider-Man. We're going to be getting Spider-Man 3 from Insomniac Games, and we're also going to be getting another side DLC with Venom, which I really do hope is still the case, because I don't know, some projects have been cancelled that were in the leaked list, like the Spider-Verse game where you can play as different Spider-Man characters. But with after Wolverine, it seems we're going to be getting X-Men games. I will be very excited to play another X-Men game, but the question is, how are they going to do it? Are they going to do it the Marvel's Avengers route, or are they going to do it like the X-Men Legends route, which is basically the ultimate X-Men games, if you guys didn't know? But yeah, now that we've got all of that out of the way, overall, I would say I am very excited for this experience. This is basically one of my main games of next year. So for me, it's GTA 6, it's Wolverine the game, and it's Halo Combat or Campaign Evolved and 007 First Light. So if there is any other games that I haven't seen that are coming out just yet, then my list will probably increase, but those are my main games for next year, and I really can't wait to see what they have in store for us. So please let me know what you guys think in the comments below when it comes down to Marvel's Wolverine. Are you excited? What would you like to see in the game? You guys know what to do in the comments below. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you drop a like. If you didn't, make sure you drop a dislike. Make sure you drop a hype on the video as well. It pushes me out in the algorithm and it really helps. So make sure you guys do that. And if you are new to the channel, subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. Take care.